I think the term discarded needs to be switched a little bit, because I think people perceive discarded as waste, as something that we don't want to use, or it's a material that has something wrong with it, that it's secondhand. But actually, you know, every material that we have just transforms into a new form constantly. And so it's about how can we just be more resourceful by working with the materials that we have at hand rather than with new materials. Since any material is just a transformation anyway, I think it's just about thinking differently. My work always looks at using the resources we have available around us rather than trying to depict we want to use in this particular material. It's looking at the landscape around us first and then looking at what industries you can work with. Yeah, I think it's important how certain industries can start to connect, industries that probably wouldn't connect, you know, like, you know, working with coffee roasters and vineyards are not necessarily traditional ways of working, but I think it's about looking at what industries you have around you and what materials are available. I'm often exploring how materials carry a sense of origin and place, discussing traceability and transparency of materials, which made this collaboration develop quite organically. We began talking about the idea of essence and how it connects to materiality, and my practice focusing on materials and processes and sensory experiences of touch and scent. From there, we explored how a ceramic diffuser could express this idea of essence, not just through its fragrance, but through the clay itself, so through its tone, its texture, and the story of where it comes from. People are often asking whether my objects and ceramics do smell because I'm using natural materials, but during the process they are fired out and they are burnt out. This project felt like the perfect opportunity to create something that truly brings those senses together. Innovation has to stem from tradition. I think you have to look at traditional ways and methods in order to move forward, because I think traditional methods often use local resources and they're very energy efficient. So I think for me personally, innovation has to respect and follow tradition, which is what I'm trying to do, look at materials or processes which are respectful by being conscious of how to move forward. So looking at, okay, well, being able to measure the impact of what you're doing. A lot of materials come from China or India. Well, I'm trying to use local materials, which is what traditional processors would have used. So for me, yeah, innovation is about respecting tradition as well as moving forward.